welcome to my channel. My name is Martine, and if you are new here, I do videos on Vedic astrology mainly, but also with some tropical insights, and I focus on both relationship and natal astrology. And if you like this video and you would like to hear more content from me, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. And also, if you're interested in a personal consultation, I do consultations on a wide variety of topics. Please check out the video description. I will leave the contact information there. Thank you. So today's video is going to be in continuation with the Arudha Lagna through signs series that I started a while ago, and this one is going to be on Arudha Lagna in Libra. So before I get into it, once again, if you don't know what Arudha Lagna is, how to calculate it, how it influences your life, I suggest that you watch a video that I made. It's really short, really to the point. It shows you exactly how to calculate it, with examples, short to the point, and it will answer all your main questions on Arudha Lagna. And I'm going to link that video in the video description, so you go ahead and watch that to see if this video applies to you or not. And I'm gonna get straight into the description. So Arudha Lagna in Libra. First of all, the first house in Arudha Lagna means that you come across as a person who is polite, diplomatic, peaceful, harmony loving, well-educated, refined, intellectual, justice loving, focused on win-win situations, socially charming. You come across as somebody who has an attractive personality, so your presence in society is generally appreciated unless there are malefics aspecting the Arudha Lagna. You're also perceived to be somebody who is good at negotiations and one-on-one interactions in general. So you could definitely be someone who thrives in any profession connected to law, or things like therapy, for instance, because one-on-one interactions, and of course any kind of partnership-based business. Not just because your first house of the Arudha Lagna is in Libra, but also because third house from the Arudha Lagna is in Sagittarius, which is connected to higher education and law. Second house from the Arudha Lagna will fall in Scorpio, which means that when you speak, your words leave a mark on people quite easily. You have the ability to influence people with your voice, with your speech. You come across as really powerful when you speak. So yeah, people tend to listen to you. Third house is from the Arudha Lagna, like I said, is in Sagittarius, which means that others perceive your actions, the way that you go after what you want, as being quite ethical, just, wise. So in other words, people tend to trust you. You are seen as a fair person in all your dealings and how you assert yourself, but also expansive, tolerant, adventurous, and optimistic. And like I said before, these positions as well as the first house would make you shine in any kind of profession connected to the law enforcement, or being a lawyer or a judge or something like that. Fourth house from the Arudha Lagna will fall in Capricorn, which means that people's impressions of your family and early childhood is that you were raised in a rather strict way. Your parents are probably seen as people who are disciplinarians, traditionalists, more than likely patriarchal. Because I did mention this before, Capricorn is really connected to the Abrahamic religions, most of all, more than any other of the 12 signs, Fifth house in Aquarius shows that you are going to be perceived as somebody who has unusual hobbies and ways of enjoying yourself. And people will think of that your idea of fun is linked to topics like your friends, friendships, elder siblings, wide groups of people, science and technology, and anything that falls under the topic of quote-unquote New Age, including, of course, astrology, but also all kinds of things. Crystal healing, crystal healing, space exploration, aliens, UFOs, the X-Files, and the like. And also, your children are going to be perceived as unusual, unorthodox, maybe even revolutionary, if there are influences that suggest that. Tech-savvy, aloof, independent. Also could be seen as being connected to the previously mentioned fields of interest like science, technology, anything New Age. The 6th house will fall in Pisces, which means that you are going to be seen as someone who might actually even forgive your enemies. So you're not going to be seen as somebody who is really ruthless when it comes to dealing with the competition or your enemies. So you're going to be seen as someone who's rather tolerant and wise, and forgiving, and very faith-oriented, very tolerant. When dealing with enemies, competition, subordinates, servants, and pets, like I said, you're going to be perceived is a key word, to be quite forgiving and understanding, actually. Your subordinates, your competition, are seen as emotional and faith-based or religious. You can be seen as somebody who uses subtle methods of dealing with all of the aforementioned categories of people. So enemies, competition, servants, subordinates, and even your pets. 7th house in Aries, your romantic partner will be perceived to be athletic, energetic, assertive, competitive, could be seen as masculine, aggressive, regardless of their gender. It can also be perceived that your partner is the one wearing the pants in the relationship. And also, open enemies are going to come from areas or professions connected to military, engineering, young men in general, or brothers, if you have any, are going to be your open enemies. So open enemies means people who will confront you directly. 8th house in Taurus means that your health is going to be perceived to be good, although you can be easily seen as somebody who might develop health problems because of self-indulgence and too many physical pleasures. You can easily find loans and financing since you are being perceived as financially savvy, so good at paying your debt. The 9th house will be from the Arudha Lagna will fall in Gemini, which means that the people that are most likely to help you in life, to serve you in life, are going to be younger people in general, younger siblings, people that are in communication-related professions like writers, journalists, people involved with publishing, and even in telecommunications, etc. Also, people will perceive your life philosophy, your high ideals, and your highest ideals, and your opinions and values to be versatile, and also linked to communication and information exchange in all forms. Right. I made notes. 10th house in Cancer shows that people will perceive your career as perhaps being linked to women, especially mothers. Could be somehow connected to your own mother. Also, it could be connected to any of the Cancer-dominated fields of interest, like patriotism or your homeland, history, real estate, interior decoration, civil engineering, architecture, history. I did mention history before, I think, or anything related to water and liquids, and the restaurant and hotel business. So, yeah, anything Cancer related could be seen as connected to your 10th house, meaning the way that people tend to view your status and your career. The 11th house from the Arudha Lagna will fall in Leo, which shows that the people that that people will perceive your older siblings and your friends as authoritative, paternal, and possessing good status and power. So, yeah, you're going to be perceived as having friends in high places and siblings in high places if you have any siblings. And could also be that your friends and your siblings are seen as being connected to dramatic arts and the entertainment business. And you're also better off finding consistent sources of income. So don't rely on, fluctuating sources of income like sales or project-based work. You need something that gives you a solid income month by month, because otherwise it could be that your finances are not going to work out if you rely on project-based work or inconsistent income. The 12th house from the Arudha Lagna will fall in Virgo, which shows that you're going to be perceived as somebody who could easily end up racking up debt on account of medical bills or health issues, and also on account of pets, subordinates, enemies, competition, or co-workers. And also your hidden enemies basically come from the class of people that are signified by younger siblings, if you have any, people involved in the health professions or self-improvement connected professions, subordinates, servants, pets. And this is interesting. I wonder if anybody with this position has had a pet turn on them. Because Virgo rules pets, and somehow there is a connection here between pets and hidden enemies. So maybe you had a dog that you treated very nicely and the dog bit you. I'm just curious. And also, so this has been the general description, and some of the famous people that I have found with Arudha Lagna in Libra are Monica Bellucci, Lady Gaga, which is really interesting because she called herself Lady. And like I did mention before, people who really are successful are the ones who really learn how to exploit the Arudha Lagna placements, because they learn how to use people's perception of who they are to their advantage. So just a small parenthesis. It's interesting that she called herself Lady Gaga and she has Arudha Lagna in Libra, which is really, and Monica Bellucci as well, she's very known for her beauty. Audrey Hepburn is another example, and she's also known for her beauty. Oprah, who is famous for a talk show where she talks to her guests in one-on-one situations, like I mentioned in the beginning. Libra Arudha Lagna makes you look good at negotiations and one-on-one interactions. And Barack Obama, who, well, in his case, he's actually, I think, trained as a lawyer, so that part was true. I don't know about Oprah. Maybe she was trained no, I don't think she was trained as a lawyer, but she was trained in something connected to communications, I think. But yeah, Barack Obama, I think the fact that he had Arudha Lagna in Libra definitely helped him in his political career, because he comes across as somebody who's diplomatic and well educated. And this has been it, and I hope you have found it useful. Once again, if you have, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. Also, please comment in the comment section if you have any kind of feedback or any ideas about future topics that you might want me to cover. And if you're interested in a personal consultation, please check out the video description. I will leave the contact information there. Thank you.